Welcome back, folks. By the way, the color might go funny. That's because it's trying to white balance off the back here, and this light here is kind of messing it up. So I do apologize, but honestly, I don't think you really care anyway. So we're back with the Magic SFP stuff tonight. And tonight's video, actually, what I want to do is I want to actually take a look at distances and throughput. So what I've got here is I've got a spool of 500 feet of RG6, I believe. What is it? Yeah, RG6. Okay. And what I've done is I've actually broken it up. So for your pleasure, I have broken it at 200 and 300 feet, respectively. So the idea here, here's our jumper, is that if I go from here to here, that's 300 feet. If I go from here to here, it's 200 feet. And if I bridge this, it's 500 feet. And this is just an unbroken spool at 500 feet right here. So the idea here is we're going to take a look at different cable lengths and what kind of speeds we can see just doing simple microtick bandwidth tests, okay? Now, I think somebody was saying that the microtick bandwidth test is just iPerf, basically. But anyway, I digress. So first test we're going to do, let's go to our screen cap here. And let's do a actual bandwidth test. So let's do, let's see here. I'm going to start at TCP. We're just going to do a receive test. And let's see what we get here. I'm seeing 980 megs TCP. Yeah, numbers are all over the place. Showing 983 over here, 948.5 over here, but yet 937 over here. Gotta love inconsistencies, Router OS 7. All right, so there we go. So just with a regular jumper going across from SFP to SFP, we're getting about 930 megabits per second. All right, now let's try both, because these 4011s should have enough oomph to be able to handle that. All right, so we're doing 915 by 915 roughly. So these guys are gig, full duplex. Neato. All right, so that's what we're seeing right now. Let's try something else now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, let's go back over here. Benchcam. There we go. All right, so let's do this. So now I'm going to take this guy here, and I am going to connect it to one side of the 500 foot of these guys here. So I'm going to go onto the output of the black spool, so that's 500 feet. And let's see what we get at 500 feet. All right, there we go. Well, the joys of having cats. No matter how much you defur your apartment, with a Roomba or otherwise, there's always cat hair. And no, Mitch, I'm not going to admit that I was wrong about cat hair. So, eat it. Okay, so there we go. We're connecting at 500 feet here. Now, something which I'm going to suggest to you guys, by the way, is that if you guys are running these Magic SFPs and you are doing a long run, it's probably going to be advisable to throw on flow control just to ensure that if there is any truncation in the connection that you're not going to toss packets. So let's try this again. So this is at 500 feet. Okay, we don't have a link yet. Okay, so let's try UDP, and we'll do a receive. Here we go. All right, so UDP, I'm getting 955 receive. We're losing some packets here. I'm going to start this off as 65,682. There we go. Never mind. Yeah, so we're definitely dropping packets. Let's see if we can do both. UDP. So it is doing 950 by 950. But we are tossing some packets here. Let's try TCP again. No dropped packets, and we're getting about I'm going to say about 900 by 900. Nice. 0 packet loss with TCP, of course. And that's over 500 feet. Let's let it run for a minute. And actually, something else which is kind of neat is that one of my clients slash one of my closer friends actually has actually loaned me this FLIR camera. And so the neat thing about this is that I can actually look at the routers here and actually see what our temps are looking like. And you can see that they are quite toasty. It's actually kind of neat. I have not yet figured out a way to use this as a video source. But I might just try to do that. So we might do that after I'm done my testing tonight, okay? As I'll see if I can hook this thing up as a camera and we can do some tests. All right, so yeah, we're still stable at about 910, 912. All right, so let's do another test here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go, I'm going to change this so it's actually connected to the input of the uncut 500-foot spool. Uncut. There we go. And this might be a good time to tell you guys, but unfortunately, TDL Canada is not selling the Magic SFPs yet. And from what I'm hearing, they're not really interested, unfortunately. But if you're in Canada or the US or anywhere in the world, you can actually go to their website, mdslink.com, and you can order directly from Magic SFP, okay? So you can, he's set up now so that he can actually sell directly to you guys. Just letting you know that, okay? Which also means since you're getting it sourced direct, it's going to be far more cost effective too, okay? So I just wanted to put that out there because a couple of you have been a little upset that I said, oh, you can get it here, and it turns out that no, you could not get it there, and well, that automatically opens me up to be, never mind. Anyway, point is you can contact them directly at mdslink.com to find the product. You can get it from them. All right. Here we go. So now I'm going to set the spool up for 700 feet. So we're going to go from the one spool to the 200-foot length on the other spool here. Ignore my cell phone. Let's see if we've got link. Let's start a test. All right, so at 700 feet, we're still seeing decent numbers. Full duplex, we're seeing 800 by 600. That's not terrible. That's at 700 feet. That's measured. 700 feet. We're getting a consistent TCP. Here we go. The modulation's starting to falter. You can see how it's bouncing a little bit. So we're going about, 840 by 840? Just going to go on my other screen and just check OBS here. Want to make sure that the numbers aren't all blurred or whatever. All right, so yeah. Definitely 800 by 800 TCP. I'm just going to try doing a one direction receive. It's definitely easier on it going one direction over that length of cable. We're at 922 megabits per second. Receive. And it should be the same send. I think once you start seeing some distance, it's a matter of the resistance in the cable affecting the amount of power. All right, so yeah, half duplex, we can definitely do 900. If we do both, that's when the modulation starts to falter a little bit over that length. So 800 by 800 at 700 feet. That's pretty decent. I wish I could see what the qualms are on this. That'd be kind of neat. So now we're going to try to do something which should actually fail. I'm going to go full 1,000 feet. All right, there we go. 1,000 feet of cable now. This should tank it. I'm going to do UDP first just to get her hot. Yeah, no dice. Let me try and receive. Nothing. Yeah, we got nothing. 1,000 feet is when it falls on its face. Yeah, the link's down. Let me just try pinging it at the very least. No dice. It is most certainly not liking that. All right, so one more test then, actually. I want to try it at 800 feet, because I want to know where the tipping point is. So let's jump here. I'm going to disconnect these guys here. We're going to try the 300-foot side of the cable, or spool, and see if we can do 800 feet. Because I think they cap out at 750 in the manual. And I know some of you guys are going to immediately quote me and go out there looking for it. But, I don't know. Go and do some research. All right, what are we getting here? All right, so UDP, we're able to throw down. We got 950. Okay, so let's see here. TCP, receive. So half duplex, we're doing 920 half duplex at 800 feet. That's 800 measured feet. Yeah, see now, because of the focus, my face is now looking very, very red. It's also partially due to these lights that I'm using, which, I mean, I could just change them out, but I really like these light bulbs. So, yep, we're seeing about 920. Let's see if we can do full duplex now. We've added an extra 100 feet onto this poor thing. Oof. 6... I'm going to call it at 660 by 660. So 660 by 660 full duplex at 800 feet. So I'm pretty sure that at 850, 900 it's just going to drop off because there's no way I can do it. Because I think that the way that Mocha works is that once the Mocha 2.5 high QAM fails, it'll default back to a previous standard just so you get connectivity over the longer run. Now, because these things are set to manual negotiation, the rates are configured for 1 gigs, right? So if they can't do 1 gig anymore, they can't do 1 gig anymore. All right, so this is where flow control comes in. You see how this is like a 1 gig interface, but it's only able to push 630 megs over it? Because I'm shelving this interface off, I'm pinning it, right? That means that it will actually have issues. It'll drop packets here, or potentially cause latency. Other weird things can happen, which is where flow control comes in to help resolve those issues, okay? Neat. All right, so I think we've got our answers. So that's a nice short but sweet video. So that is 12 minutes of fun. There we go. We just tested these guys out, and that's what we're seeing. Now, one last thing. Let me try. I'm going to pause this for a second and see if I can get this FLIR to work as a whatchamajigger, okay? Hold on one sec. All right. Well, unfortunately, the FLIR is freaking out a little bit by me trying to use it for the purposes that I wanted to. But let me just see something here. There we go. I think I can actually show you guys the pictures. Here we go. There you go. Take a close look. Yeah, so as you can see there that the 4011s get really bloody hot, which we already know. I'm actually kind of surprised that the Magic SFPs, when they're pushing that much data, don't actually get that hot. So that's actually kind of cool. So anyway, that was just a quick video. I wanted to get this one out of the way, just some basic testing on these guys. The next video I'm going to do with the Magic SFP will be testing interference vectors, like damaged cabling, crushed cabling, whatnot. So I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later, guys. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I should probably plug things. If you want to help keep me alive in this god-awful economy where, yeah, everything's stupidly expensive, please join the Patreon. Also, if you join the Patreon, of course, depending on the tier that you join, you can also actually get time from me. So the higher tiers automatically get an hour or two of consulting time from me because you're paying for it. So anyway, like and subscribe. Tell your friends. See you later, guys.